Every morning, millions of people open their eyes and feel it, that quiet, invisible weight pressing on their chest. Before the sunlight even touches their face, the noise begins. Notifications, deadlines, messages, expectations. You scroll through your phone, and suddenly your mind isn't your own anymore. You start comparing, worrying, reacting, and without realizing it, your peace is already gone. You haven't even stood up, and yet you're already exhausted. If this sounds familiar, you're not broken. You're simply living in a world designed to pull your mind apart. But what if there was another way to start the day? A way to wake up not with chaos, but with clarity. Not with anxiety, but with strength. That's what Stoicism offers. An ancient philosophy, not locked in dusty books, but alive, beating, and more relevant than ever. Because Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions or pretending to be unbothered. It's about mastering the only thing you truly control, your mind. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who ruled an empire and still wrote about his own fears and doubts, said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Today, we'll learn how to protect that happiness. We'll explore 10 Stoic principles that can transform not just your mornings, but your entire life. So take a deep breath, silence the noise for a few minutes, and let's begin. Before you open your eyes each morning, ask yourself one simple question. Why am I waking up today? Most people never stop to ask. They wake up out of habit, not purpose. They exist, but they don't live. In Japan, there's a concept called Ikigai, your reason for being. It's where your passions, your skills, the world's needs, and what you can offer all meet. Marcus Aurelius lived by this same principle long before the word existed. He believed each of us was born to fulfill a specific role, to contribute to the greater good with integrity and purpose. When you wake up with purpose, hitting the snooze button becomes meaningless. You're pulled forward by something greater than comfort, by meaning. But finding that purpose isn't a single moment of revelation. It's a journey of reflection. Ask yourself, what excites me? What am I good at? How can I serve others with what I have? Your answers might not come quickly. That's okay. This isn't about perfection. It's about exploration. When your actions align with your deeper purpose, even small tasks gain meaning. Every cup of coffee, every email, every conversation, they all become expressions of your why. That's the first step toward peace, living intentionally, not reactively. A calm morning begins long before sunrise. We often think success starts when we wake up, but it really begins when we decide to stop scrolling and start resting. Your mind needs space to breathe, to process, to recharge. Yet most of us go to bed with glowing screens inches from our faces. Our last thoughts borrowed from someone else's feed. Marcus Aurelius wrote nightly reflections, not tweets. He ended each day with gratitude, self-assessment, and preparation for tomorrow. Try it. Before sleeping, ask yourself, what did I do well today? What can I improve tomorrow? What truly matters to me right now? Then, write down 3 priorities for the next morning. This single act transforms your day before it even begins. And remember, how you end your day defines how you start the next. Your night is the foundation of your dawn. The moment you wake up, the world wants your attention. News, notifications, ads, alerts. If you surrender to it, your mind is no longer yours. Marcus Aurelius faced distractions too, armies, politics, crisis, yet he trained himself to focus on the present moment, to guard his attention as if it was sacred. He knew that the quality of your attention determines the quality of your life. So tomorrow morning, resist the urge to reach for your phone. Instead, reach for yourself. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Listen to your breath. Observe your thoughts without judgment. You'll find that peace isn't something you have to chase. It's something that's already there, hidden beneath the noise. The Stoics remind us, you can't always control your circumstances, but you can control how you meet them. Your morning peace is your first victory of the day. There's power in rhythm. The sun rises at the same time every day, and life thrives because of that consistency. You can too. Waking up at a consistent hour might seem trivial, but it's an act of alignment, a statement. I choose how my day begins. At first, it's hard. Your mind will negotiate, your body will resist, but every time you choose discipline over comfort, you strengthen your will, the Stoic muscle of mastery. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I am rising to do the work of a human being." That's what consistency gives you, a steady foundation from which to build a meaningful life. You're not just waking up, you're taking control. Here's something people often get wrong about Stoicism. It's not about being emotionless, it's about being balanced. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they all spoke of self-forgiveness. They knew growth doesn't come from self-punishment, but from self-understanding. You'll have mornings where you fail. You'll oversleep, you'll scroll, you'll slip. Don't turn that into a story of failure. Turn it into a lesson of awareness. Breathe, forgive yourself, try again tomorrow. Self-compassion is not weakness, it's wisdom, because it allows you to persist without burning out. As Marcus wrote, when you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own failings. In other words, treat yourself with the same patience you'd offer someone you love. Growth is not a straight line, it's a spiral. Always moving forward, even when it feels like you're going in circles. Great lives are built on small acts, making your bed, turning off the alarm, drinking water before coffee. These aren't meaningless routines. They're declarations of order in a chaotic world. The Stoics believed that self-mastery begins in the details, that virtue is expressed not only in grand decisions, but in the smallest habits that shape our days. Each time you complete a small task with intention, you're voting for the kind of person you want to become. Marcus Aurelius didn't just rule an empire, he ruled himself first. So when you tidy your space, when you keep a promise to yourself, when you rise even when you don't feel like it, you're practicing Stoicism in its purest form. Discipline is not a prison, it's a path to freedom. Stoicism may teach inner strength, but it never meant you have to walk the path alone. The great Stoics often leaned on each other for wisdom and perspective. Seneca had Lucilius, Marcus had mentors, Epictetus taught students daily. Growth is amplified in connection. Find someone who shares your pursuit of better mornings, a friend, a colleague, a partner. Someone who doesn't just motivate you, but challenges you with honesty and compassion. Accountability doesn't mean judgment. It means support. When you fall, they remind you why you started. When you rise, you remind them that it's possible. Together, you create a cycle of shared progress, two minds sharpening each other like iron. Because the Stoic journey, while personal, is never solitary. There's one truth we all share. Our time is limited. Memento mori. Remember you must die. It sounds morbid, but it's not. It's liberating. When you remember that each morning might be your last, you stop wasting time on trivial things. You stop chasing validation. You stop holding grudges. You start living fully, here, now. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." Each sunrise is a gift, not a guarantee. Each conversation, each step, each breath, sacred. So when you wake tomorrow, don't rush into the day like it's infinite. Pause, whisper to yourself, "This could be my last morning," and let that thought fill you not with fear, but with deep gratitude. Most people spend their mornings trying to imagine everything going right. The Stoics did the opposite. They prepared their minds for what could go wrong. This is called negative visualization, the art of mentally rehearsing challenges before they happen. Imagine losing something you value, facing criticism, or dealing with setbacks. Now imagine yourself responding with calm, dignity, and strength. By picturing hardship, you're not attracting it, you're preparing for it. Epictetus said, "When you are about to embark on any action, remind yourself what kind of action it is." In other words, anticipate difficulty so it doesn't surprise you. This practice doesn't make you pessimistic, it makes you powerful. Because when life inevitably throws its storms, you won't drown. You'll already know how to swim. And when the day finally ends, return to where it all began, your thoughts. Before you sleep, take a moment to be still. Think of 3 things that went right today. They don't have to be grand. It could be a smile from a stranger, a quiet moment of coffee, or simply the fact that you made it through another day. Write them down. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's missing to what's already present. The Stoics believed that joy isn't found in acquiring more, but in appreciating what you already have. As Seneca said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." When you close your eyes in gratitude, you wake with purpose, and that is how you build not just a morning, but a life that reflects calm, intention, and peace. So, what will you do tomorrow morning? Will you open your eyes and hand your peace over to the chaos of the world? Or will you rise with intention, grounded, calm, and in control? You already have everything you need within you. The Stoics didn't discover peace by changing the world around them, but by mastering the world within. That same power is yours, right here, right now. If this message spoke to you, don't let it fade when the video ends. Reflect on it. Apply one of these principles tomorrow morning. Just one. And if you want more timeless wisdom like this, subscribe to Voices of Stoicism, leave a comment sharing your biggest insight, and let's grow together in wisdom, strength, and calm. Because the world may stay chaotic, but your mind doesn't have to. This is your morning, your life. Live it like a Stoic.